Hello and welcome to GregTech New Horizons. There's a 10-year anniversary, and they just released a new version which has a lot of quality of life, a lot of different things. And I saw it came out. I got the itch to play it. It's a massive mod, and not only that, but I think it's the world's hardest mod. It's not really a mod pack; it's a little bit of a mix, and it takes anywhere from 5 to 10,000 hours to finish it. Very, very, very few people have ever got to the end of it and actually finished it, but it's more about the journey than the end. So it's really everything is everything is Gregified in the sense that even making a bed is hard. Everything is harder, dramatically harder. So I'm still doing Path of Exile. We're waiting for more patches to come out and the new leagues. I like that game a lot, as you can tell, but I wanted to give this a shot. Also, I was a little concerned. I wanted to use the same seed, and the seed for this is 77777, which is 5 sevens, because it spawns you in this in a city. Now, only about 1 in 4 times will the city have a wall around it, and to get the wall to spawn, you have to delete it, exit out of Minecraft completely, fire it back up, and use the seed again, start it up, and hope that it gets there. There's no random number generator that will force the wall there. I got lucky in the very first try. Put a wall around this city and the other city. It's just so nice to start in here. Now, here's the thing. As you can tell, I've been terraforming and making some progress here, and I'll catch you guys up. We have a clipboard that we're going to be going over and showing you all this stuff. But I actually made the episode once or twice already, and it had a glitch in it. So now hopefully it'll be glitch free. I don't mind making the episode again. We'll get you guys up, and we'll have a good time with it. So let's get into this. This starting zone is nice because it has a bed that you can make. It doesn't have an actual bed just sitting there. There might be one in one of these homes, but I don't think I really found a bed in any of the homes. Oh, there's a bed inside there. You could just walk over there and grab the bed inside that one on the second floor. But there is Tinker's Construct buildings, and you can go inside there and get the wool off the ground. I take the wool, and here's the recipe for the bed. Let's go over that real quick. And I'll push that key. And the carpet is just 2 of the wool. So let's the recipe for the carpet. I think it'll show us. We do that. There we go. 2 wool next to each other. And then back up. The fences are on top of the thing. The mallet is just a stick with this kind of wood in 6 pieces. So something like, let's see, does it actually show you the recipe for this? It should. Doesn't there. 1 second. And it's just 6 pieces of wood, wooden mallet, easy to do. Okay, so once I got that, I stuck it right on top of there and slept through the very first night. That's the very first goal that you really want to get down, is getting this bed made, either by hopping in there, and you can make that your base if you want. I like making the base inside the wall. That's my first concern. My second concern is making sure that the villagers stay alive, and how I did that at first, just by sleeping every single night so that no bad creatures spawn until I get enough torches. Now, the torches are made primarily through charcoal. You could do it with coal as well, but I wanted to use charcoal because it's renewable, and you need coke ovens, and we're going to show you how to do that as well. No problem, easy stuff, sort of, kind of. I mean, nothing's easy in this, but we'll go over that. First off, do you see the text up there in the top left? If you want that on and off, you can actually type right in the thing. Let's see, I tried to play the music. There's the IGI, in-game info enable and disable. So we're going to disable it, and then it's off of there. Pretty cool. And you can bring it back. There's actually a toggle as well, and I have a key for that, so I can just toggle it on and off if I want to look at it. It does show the time over there, which is important. I imagine you can customize it as well. And then do you see the other thing, that thing in the very top middle there where it says Oak Stairs? That's what am I looking at? The Wayla. And you can do that in your menu. We can actually change that, the location of it. So what you do is you go in here, you go into your options, your controls, and you type in Wayla. And then see how it says numpad 0? Let's go into numpad 0. That's the configure. You click this, configure the aspect, and you'll see this thing down right down here. Very hard to see. Just drag it. I like it at the center top. Say okay, back, back, and there it is. Now, whenever I'm looking at something, it'll be like that. So already we've knocked out this one and this one. The bed we've talked about and how to get that, where it is. There's items in those little rooms as well. You can either make it or craft it yourself. And then the clipboard. The clipboard I actually cheated in on this playthrough, and the last one as well as well. I had cheats enabled. The only time I would cheat something in is if I needed it for this the episode recording. This is a really nice way to show you guys the progress. So I made an exception for that, and I allow that. It also allows, if you bring up your inventory, it also allows you to do stuff like, I think the set home and the home commands. It'll get you that ability, meaning I could say, we'll walk right over here and we'll type in set home. Let's do it right up here at our bed. And if it doesn't work for you, I would go into your server utilities.cfg file and search for the word home. And it should say like home equals false, and then change it to home equals true. And then I can type in set home, and I'll call this X. And then wherever I'm at in the world, I can teleport back over here. Home X. Now that's a really powerful thing to have, because then, for instance, I have a set home Y over there, and I can port over to that town. I can port over, you can see right in the distance over there, the Clay Mountains. I can go over there. There's a river that I go to. I think I have a set home river, and then I can just teleport back and forth. Now what that saves me is the time of literally walking over here, doing what I want to do, and then walking all the way back. It's objectively cheating in a sense that, yep, you're cheating, you're teleporting yourself back and forth, but this is a game to have fun with. The game is already monumentally hard, and I don't cheat in any items, so I've justified it that way. I enjoy it that way. That's how I'm going to be doing it. You don't have to. You can do it either way. You can walk back and forth, but that's literally hours and hours of my life walking back and forth. Whereas I don't mind spending time, hours and hours of my life, picking all the weeds and terraforming all this and changing it to make it look nicer. I don't mind doing that, but I don't want to walk back and forth for hours. So that's the explanation thereof. Let's take this away. And see these yellow marks? That shows you where monsters can spawn. So I press F7 and that goes away and comes back. And once I get enough torches, or in this case, I found some lit or unlit candles and then lit them with a torch, it removes those things. So what I've done is I've got the coke ovens, and I'll show you how to make those, and made tons of charcoal and the sticks. And then they only give you 2 torches per charcoal. And I just started placing them everywhere, meaning I had to climb up on the side of these buildings, put one way up on top of there, climb way up here, all these little side notches, every little house. There's certain homes that, like right in the middle there, it would have some yellow marks. Creatures can spawn all over. I had to go on top of all these walls here, and you can see it goes all the way around, and there's some breaks in the walls. I even had to put a little barrier here so creatures couldn't get from the inside. All of this. So I had to do quite a bit of work to get this lit up. And that meant coke ovens, and it also meant a lot of logs. So the next thing I focused on was the coke ovens and automating wood production. And when I say automating, I still have to hand pick it, but it's better than chopping down trees. Let's go do that right now. So every time I got a quest reward, and if it was for crop sticks, I chose crop sticks because they're hard to make until you get further into it. And all I do is I can go like this. Let's put all this up here for a second. And don't run on these because it breaks them. But if you just walk across these and have an open hand ideally, let's see how many we get. I already had some on me. I realize that it's going to be nighttime here quickly. There we go. We got, where was it? 60, I think I had this kind on me. So we had 64, which is amazing. Just off of that many. And that's how I just put the, well, I'll actually show you one once in a second after we sleep. All right. I think I can just pop that right off there and then just break this. And then I just right click, and it has to be on farmland, and just like that. Put a thing on there and it just grows away. If you have an empty spot, weeds will grow and spread and just kill everything. These are just regular crops. You're going to need a lot of barley and wheat as well at first. You're going to get a lot of that for flour. The other thing you're going to need to plant a lot of is cotton, just like this. And let's see if it's ready to pick. It doesn't look like too much of it's ready to pick right now. A couple of them. But I need more of these. And in terms of more, I probably need a row 6 times as long as this, double length, going out. And I'm going to be doing a lot of farming outside the wall. I'll have a whole farm set up out there. Same thing with this. I mean, a massive line. And not only that, but I have a little trench next to it so that I can run and pick it from both sides and not be on top of it when I'm picking it. So I have to build that up. That's a lot of, that's down the ways, and it's outside. Cool. And I'm going to throw some of these in here because you're going to need tons of cobblestone cooked down. And I'll just use that for now. It's probably going to burn through these very, very quickly. Oh, we have some potatoes cooked. Not only that, we have Spice of Life in this pack, meaning the more variety of foods you eat, if it's eaten, it counts, and you've marked it off the list. As that list grows and grows, you get more and more hearts. And then also, I can't just sit there and eat the same food. After I eat 3 or 4 of them, it makes you eat a different food. Like, I think 6 different foods over the course of a few different hours of in-game time, and then it'll allow you to eat it again. But this one I've already eaten 3 times, so if I try to eat it again, it wouldn't be a good thing. It just wouldn't work as well. So put some of that in there. We're gonna put the charcoal in. We'll cook this up. I think I can eat one of those. And I don't know. It's not even that I'm hungry, so I can't eat it yet. But I'll take one of these out of here. Also, you can do potato on a stick. It's just literally a stick with a thing like this. There we go. We'll take that. I've already eaten one of those. And we'll take that one too. Perfect. That's really burning through that stuff. Okay. Organization's going to be an important thing right now. This is all temporary, but I've got all my wood products here, different, saplings. I've got all my foods here. I probably should have one separate for seeds as well. Different dirt blocks, solid blocks, all that kind of stuff. And you're going to have a bunch of coins that you collect. I'll show you what to do with those. And I got all these dies from a reward. So let's take a look at the clipboard to keep us on track. We've done the light levels. We've explained why the torches are important with the villagers to keep them safe, so that because we're going to need all those villagers. Eventually, we're going to be breeding them and having more villagers and trading with them and doing all kinds of stuff. But getting these torches is really hard because you need charcoal. And charcoal, the only way to get it is through this coke oven. That's not the only way. There's other ways, but I can't just burn wood in a regular oven to get that. You have to do it through the coke oven, just like this. And it also makes creosote, which we'll be using as well. So, do we do that now? Clay versus terracotta. I think we should. And coke ovens. Let's see how many we have so far. I have a few extras down here. 12. Okay. So, I'm going to go over to the river, and we'll do that next. Let's clean this out and be right back. And I'm terraforming to have enough space for one more of these, so I'll be doing that as well. What do we have? We're cooking those up in there. We've got a bunch of charcoal there. We'll take that out. We'll fill this one up full. The creosote's going to become an issue pretty soon. We'll deal with it. Looks good. And I'll deal with that and that. Let's go get some clay. All right, we're at the river, and let's knock out some of these guys. I'm going to need them, so those are pretty easy to do. I think there might be clay down here. Do I have a torch in my hand? I could do the torch this way. And I've already eaten these and cooked them, turned them into raw fish, all kinds of things. Not easy to swim down here. And let's see if there's a... that. Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, there is. Okay, there is, and we can... oh, get some of this. I see some clay right back here, so... we can do this. Oh boy. There's some a lot easier to get. So there's clay you can get this way. And we'll just take this. And I'm going to get a ton of this and I'll be right back. Oh boy. Oh, and there's some dangerous things right over there. Water is not infinite, meaning if I take a bucket of water here, I can't make an infinite thing. Like if I take all these water supply blocks right here, there'll be no water here. It'll just flow in from the sides. So it gets to be really, really challenging. There's ways around that as well. You can actually harvest water from the air. And these tools we're making, you're going to do this. You're going to get some gravel first, make these tools, and then just go like that. And we'll even take some. Why not? And then you're going to make a crafting bench. We'll make one and throw it down right here just for fun. Oh, and it's raining and it's nighttime. Oh boy. There we go. And let's put this down. And this is how you make your tools. And we'll just do a shovel. Already got one. And then you just do it like normal. So a shovel, you could make a pickaxe, an axe, everything. The pickaxe this way, all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm going to be doing first. And that's what I got. That's how I got these tools. You go through them pretty quickly and they just break and they're gone. So that's part of it. The good thing about after you rest, you get that little speed mining boost sometimes. I think you get different ones. I just got these two right now. And is that it? I think that's it. Whoa, easy. There's some air right here. Oh, nice. Oh, we got an underwater little area here. Oh, nice. And we'll eat some pork chops. Oh boy. All right, I think that's probably enough. Let's take a look at the coke oven. Did I? If you have anything over here, like I type in coke oven. That's right there. You can press. See how it's already over here. Just go Shift A, and it'll be it moves it over there and it brings it up constantly. And then the recipe is right there. To get the recipe and the usages keys, it's a little bit different. Go into here, bring up your inventory, and then go into key bindings, inventory, and set your usage and your recipe key. That way, when you can just hover over something like that and just press R, it'll tell you the recipe for this. Coke ovens, no problem. The bricks, okay. So this is how we make these things. So we need a bunch of sand and a bunch of these. So if I had 64 3 times. So if I have that, I'm almost there. I'll go get a few more. And it also said we needed to make this. Oh, a blank pattern. A knife was easy to make. I think you can just do a wooden knife would actually work as well. So recipe, there's actually a wooden knife recipe. And I don't see it here, but I took the knife as one of the rewards. So paper is a little bit tricky. I took it as a reward as well. You can find out what quests it comes from. Also, let's back this up a second. there's the recipe. What you can do is take a mortar, which is right here, and take regular wood, make this pulp. The mortar is simply this, the cook stone, that's why we're cooking all those stones, and 2 flints, and you're going to be using tons of mortars. And then you make the wood pulp, surround it with a bucket, the clay bucket. I think we can make clay buckets fairly easily with an unfired clay bucket by just doing clay dust or clay and just doing it that way. Now, if you run out of clay over here, like we really aren't, but I mean, you do run out of clay. Oh, we've got plenty here, so we've got the full stacks. So, look, it's tough to swim out of here. All of that is essentially clay. Now, there's a few more steps to do it, and we'll go over those now. And instead of walking over there, I have a home clay set up, and it's just a little tucked away area. I should probably light it up. I didn't have any. And there's clay like that, but it's not the clay that you would normally think. This is like a hardened clay. You have to actually break it down, and what I've been doing is cutting into this mountain. It was way out here, and then I just keep on cutting into it. So what you do is, you just start digging into it like this, and I just go like this. And I just walk forward, and I just knock all this stuff down. Now, it's much easier to get clay out of the river than to do it this way, but there's also other things that this is used for, so eventually I'll be using this even more, but I'll have a better way to actually mine all this. So, what do we do with this? Let's make another one of those crafting benches, and we'll just throw it down, be kind of cavalier about everything. We'll just throw one down right here, just for fun. And not only that, let's put a few torches around here, just because I don't like things getting me. One there. I'm all crazy with my torches now. All right. We'll put one over here. Ooh, there's some old, interesting stuff. All right. So we're going to do... we'll do that many of that. And then we're going to do... You can't make a mortar because I don't have the thing, so we're going to have to go back to town. Oh well, let's go back home. And these are almost grown already. It looks like they are. 11 out of that. That's how important it is to be able to get these things going. It really is amazing. I mean, that's just a ton. You can get so much. All right, so let's make one of these. And I have it over here. And then you can just shift left click on the button, and it puts that in there. So now we have a mortar. Now, if we take this regular terracotta, doesn't matter what kind, we can turn it into clay dust. Cool. And then the clay dust, we can actually do the next step. We can make unfired buckets from it. We could also do grout. And then we can also do... We put it here and take that out of there. Then we have small piles. And the small piles, I think, if we go like that... Nope. 1 second, I'll find out. If you take a bucket of water with it, go like this, and then turn it around here, then you can turn it into the regular clay like that, the Minecraft clay. Nice. So we just got 3. Now that's a lot longer and more difficult, but if you really need it, you can go that route. But we don't need it for this right now, so I'm happy with that. Okay. So we have this. We have sand. Let's put the sand in here. And we'll do all 3 of these. And I'm just going to leave this set up like this because I need lots of these unfired things. 36, that's going to give me 12? No, 9. Let's cook those off. Cook some in there and some up here. Sure, why not? We'll fill that up. Why not? And we'll fill this one up, and we'll go get the charcoal we actually got from the last time. 9, 9, 9. Oh, 39. Very cool. This is getting a little low, but I mean, we'll deal with it. And that's got 55. That one's got 55. Plenty. Wow. What I would like to do is probably swap this one over to get the birch out of there. So I'll do that now. Also, if you want to move a bunch of things, just pick up one and then hold shift, double click, and it'll move it all over there. I just want to put all these and vice versa. I just want to put all these over here. And then I'm going to put all my clay related things in there. Let's get rid of all that clay, and buckets. Nice. Okay, so then we've got these fired off in the regular oven. And we have enough. We need 26, so we do not have enough. And I'm going to get a bunch of sand. And while I'm getting the sand, I might as well start to terraform this area over here, this second town. I'm just going to get a bunch of sand, have a good time with it, and just get a bunch of sand. The thing is, you're going to need 128 sand for another quest coming up. You're going to need a ton of gravel. So once you find stuff, just hang out and mine up as much as you can, because you're going to need tons of it and tons of it. Oh, there was a sand gathering. I guess I actually needed that. Nice. Also, I turned off the pollution. The reason I do that is because pollution forces you eventually to build all spread out all over the place. It kind of limits your ability just to build how you want. And I'm not a very good builder in the first place, but I enjoy it. So I want to be able to build in an area the way I want to. So again, you can do your own thing, but I've chose to remove pollution, and that's in a config file as well. Nice. I would also suggest swapping over to doing your flint this way. It'll use up some of the mortars, but you're going to be using only 1 instead of 3 gravel per flint. A lot nicer, by far. We can actually stick this right here to indicate that that's where the mortars are as well. Okay, let's pop these back over here. We'll take this out, and now we should have 5 stacks in there. And we could, I don't want to make all of these. Let's only make like, I don't know, 19. Oh, that's not right. Let's make 16 of these. And we'll cook off the rest. Like that. And like that. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, we've terraformed this a little bit better. Not perfect, but okay so far. When you're building this, you don't have a pick that can break it, so make sure you're actually placing it in the spot you want. And not only that, it doesn't share a wall. Like some of these multi-unit instructions share a wall. This does not share a wall. So we're going to go a 3x3 on the floor. And eventually you can automate these. We're pretty far from that right now, though. And then a hollow hole in the middle there. Just like this. And if we pop this one right here, it should turn into it. And we should be able to open it up and put these right in there. And it's cooking away. Now we've got those going. Beautiful. We have 4 coke ovens going. So you can see we need a lot of gravel, a lot of clay, sand, and just get a pattern. One pattern should set you for a while. If we can sleep, and we'll go to the next stage. Okay, we've covered the E and R, how to set those versus in your control panel. It's actually through that NEI setup. We've gone over coke ovens. Eventually, I'm going to have to deal with that creosote. It's useful, so I don't want to waste it, but I don't want to waste anything. But for right now, we're going to have to deal with it filling up. Tons of torches everywhere, lit up the whole area. There is a downside to starting in this village. You got a lot of terraforming, a lot of picking. I don't like all that grass all over, but I get through it. And then the clay versus terracotta, we showed you that, the differences on how to make it, but it's important to go to a river and get a lot of, you can get a lot of gravel and clay there, and some of those squid too. Now this village does have tons of gravel as well, so you're in good shape there. What else do we have to go over? Crop sticks, we went over those, and we can't make them yet because we got to get iron, and that's going to require us to go mining and finding an iron ore node and everything. We'll go over how to find those different nodes in the next episode. Cotton and trees, you've seen how important it is to pick these things and set this up. So every time there's a possible quest reward with crop sticks, always choose the crop sticks early on just to get you going. We've gone over the spice for life and the importance of eating different foods. And eventually, I mean, I can't, if I had like 20 apples here, I could only eat like 3 or 4. And then the 5th apple, you go to eat it and it doesn't do anything at all. So that's not good. But then, you know, if you eat like 10 or different foods later, then you can eat the apples again. And then you also gain hearts by eating a variety of foods, and you get a whole checklist, and there's a quest for it and all kinds of stuff. There's a tips and tricks section and a coin usage section. So let's go over that right now. We're going to pull up our, you don't need the quest book. You can just do a key. I have Q for mine. I've set it so that I can bring up my quests. Here's the tips and tricks section. I would highly recommend going over all of this. Now, only 11 of 28 are showing. I think because we have cheat mode enabled, it can show you the rest of these, but I usually leave that off, and I just play the way it shows, you know, as it shows up. I can't do these anyways. They have, you know, we have to do other things to unlock these anyways. So it, you know, it just shows them that they're there, but there's 11 of 28. Then there's the tips and tricks section that we went over. We just got into the stone tier and started working on that. But this is the section that you're going to be working on first, and you're going to work right through it. You're going to say, hey, collect dirt, all the very simple things. Do all of these things. Work into, we saw how to make flint. We know how to make the crafting table. Now, the nice crafting tables are harder to make. Let's take a quick look at those. What is that? There is a way to do it so when you point at something, it'll actually bring up the recipe as well, but that's a crafting station. Let's find out. Crafting station. Let's look at the recipe on that. Oh, I don't have the saws yet, so that's why. And you'd cut it and make a saw that way. But there was 2 of them, one close to here. I think this used to be the Tinker's Construct room, and I've just, you know, I've just transformed it into this. But those are important to make because they hold the items, whereas this one does not hold items. Very cool. When you start making dough, this is an important thing. So let's just do this whole thing. Let's do the dough line. I think I'm gonna make dough right here. This is a recipe as well. Not a recipe, but a thing to do. Sugary dough, just regular dough. See how we make that. Water with that, but I think we can do, what about just the water? Oh, the flour. A bunch of flour? Oh, yep, we smash it down. So let's do that. Ooh, this is right here, so we can do that. We'll take a full one of the, we'll take 2. And does it matter how you put it in there? No, it doesn't. This will take 32 of these, I believe, yep. And then what you do is, I got water out of the well over there. And instead, just go over here to this thing and drop this right on top of a cauldron. The cauldron, you'll see a few of them around. There's one right over there. Just find a cauldron, or you could eventually make one as well. But that took all that and turned it into dough very, very quickly. And then I can just fill this back up with water if I wanted to. But I'll keep a hold of that. Now you can eat this dough. You can actually do quite a bit with it. Let's see. 2 of them make this kind of a bread. You can make a baguette that way. So I'm going to make, I don't know, we'll make 16 baguettes that way. Because you're going to be making a lot of different foods. And then, oh, not this way. Like that, yep. And then we'll make the rest this way. And we'll cook both these off. And I'll leave like 2 of them to eat, and then 2 of these to eat as well, because I haven't ate one of those in a while. Perfect. And then I'm just going to cook these off, and then you eventually cook them into toast. There's so many things you're gonna have to you're gonna have to work your way through it. There's a lot to it, but there's all kinds of sandwiches, steak sandwiches. We still have to get cows, all kinds of great things. We saw how to make the tools. We have to hunt down some pigs. We made a shield. I haven't shown you the shield thing, but if you go like this, once you get a weapon and a wooden shield, you can go and into your controls and look up the word battle. And I tied it to the F key. So now, right, just like that, it brings up whatever I have in my battle thing. And that's right here. So I can put 3 different sets of weapons and shields or whatever I want to put in here, even torches. Just another way to do it. And, you know, you're ready for battle. It's another really important thing. Eventually, it gets more and more important. Beautiful. We've done this. We've made the bed. You work your way over to the bed. There's the mallet. Let's see. Let's see if it actually shows the recipe for that one. Yeah, there it is. Just with regular wood with a stick. We'll get you a mallet. See, just like that. And then there's quest rewards. Beautiful. And we worked our way all the way through over here. I still have to do stuff like I have to find bamboo. I have to get a monster trap. The quicksand. I haven't found quicksand yet. Think silverwood sapling. I'll have to figure out how to get this. Maybe through quest reward. I can do a quest reward and get both of these. And that should satisfy this. Let's see. Quest reward. So if I turn in 10 farmers and 10 coins, and we're going to be going over coins next. 10 farmer and 10 backpack coins. Do I have enough of those? No. 10 and 10. I have the farmer one. Nice, but that's how I'd unlock that eventually. And then I would get this, and that unlocks a whole bunch of different things as well. And let's go back to down here. There's a fishing and farming. Wow. So there's all these that I've been working through. See how it walks you through bread and everything. Juices. I got to make apple juice. How do I make that? Let's see. Mallet or a juicer? Maybe a juicer. Let's see how we make a juicer. Oh gosh, no. But we can mallet it down and get some juice, and I'll probably do that and get this. And then we get a bunch of different things and a loot bag. Very cool. We need sugarcane. I have to follow along on the river and just get sugarcane going as well. We need sugarcane production going. There's so many things. It's just amazing. It really gives you lots and lots of stuff to do. Take a look at the rest of the quests here. Let's scroll down. Without dying. Oh boy. Multi-block goals? Really? Did I actually do one? You are not prepared. Task complete. I got to get the gravel on me, and then the clay dust. Clay dust, but not the other way. Interesting. And then grout. Oh, geez. And then the wood frame. And do all this and then you get your 10 aluminum berries. I actually have to work on this. Is an important one to work on next, because I got to get these aluminum berries growing in a dark location and then start farming those up, because it's crucially important. I need to work on that literally next. So I have to work my way through this. This is probably the next most important thing that I'll be working on. Even though I don't need those seared bricks, I still have to make them and do all this. So I'll just be working my way through this. I wonder if there's a way to like mark this. You are not prepared. That is really, really important. But they are. Oh boy. Some of these faucets we're going to be using on our coke ovens too, to drain stuff into a tank for the creosote. So this is really important. Wow. I almost forgot about that, but there's so many things to do. And then down at the bottom, there's kill quests that you can do repeatedly once you start knocking them out, and they give you rewards. So let's say we kill 10 of those, then you get rewards that way. Also, quests. Go down here. Why it doesn't keep us down there. Down to the coins. Let's see. Seed bag. What about this one? Complete this ranger. Oh, if I have 5 coins, then I can choose which one I wanted. I'd probably need. I had one jungle, but it didn't make a sapling, so I'll probably do another jungle as a reward. And then what else? Oh, we can get magical saplings. Same way. Okay. And I think some of the clay for pennies. What? Oh, and then you get clay this way. That's the buy way. But there's one. There's some on here that you can do repeatedly, and get coins that way too. Pretty cool. Oh boy, it's getting dark again. So have we gone over everything for the first episode? So the next thing I'm going to be working on in the next episode is going to be this really important thing down here. Oh, and it's gone. I'll have to find it again. Multi-block goals. This one right here. You are not prepared. That's what I'm going to be doing next. I have to sleep real quick. Having everything lit up like this is it's nice. I mean, that way I don't have to worry as much. If you don't have as many of these coke ovens, then you're going to be waiting even longer on charcoal. You won't be able to get over to your charcoal needs and start burning charcoal instead of wood in your ovens. So essentially, instead of taking whatever 6 minutes per charcoal, however how long that takes. Let's see. Does it actually show? Probably does, right? This right here. Does it show how many ticks or something? Burn time 300. No, it doesn't show on here. Maybe there's an easy way. If you guys know, you can comment down below. But how long it actually takes? It's a while per. But if you have 4 of them, instead of taking 6 minutes, then it only takes 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds per. Very cool. And that's how you speed things up early on. Anything else? Don't think so. We'll do the rest I'm going to be working on You Are Not Prepared next, which clearly I'm not. I'll be getting lots of gravel, and basically making this Tinker's Construct. I'll be working on this Tinker's Construct item because I want the berries. Then the berries I put down below somewhere in the dark. Well, I don't know. Put a little path down here, and we'll do a little underground somewhere over here, maybe. Be right here. And we'll find an underground spot in the dark, grow the things, and go from there. And a lot more cotton, all kinds of stuff. All right, guys, have a good one. And Path of Exile should have a new patch out pretty soon, and all kinds of stuff going on. I like this. I love making these little cities and expanding things and doing stuff. So I have a lot of fun with it. Have a good one and enjoy.